But I think we're gonna be okay. Current foundation routine. I just changed my setup a little bit, so I apologize if I'm kind of like not sure where things are. All right, so first thing I do is apply a moisturizer. I already did that. The one I used today is from Murad. It is the Hydrodynamic Quenching Essence. I applied that about 20-ish minutes ago, just so that it has time to like sink into your skin. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hair out of my face. Then I'm going to use my primer. The primer that I'm going to use today is the Backlit Priming Filler from Becca. I recently got this and I really like that it kind of has like a subtle glow to it. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps of that, put it between my fingers, and kind of just dot it all over my face, and then just blend it in. I also sometimes, if I'm wearing a lower shirt like this, I like to take a pump of it and apply it on my chest. Just this specific one, or the other Becca one I have, the skin something, I forget what it's called. But I like to put it down here just because it gives just this nice little bit of glow, and it's nice because when you have a lot of highlight or just a dewiness going on your face, it's nice to kind of have that connect. Otherwise it's just kind of, it makes this area I found look kind of flat. So my actual foundation routine, my foundation I've been using has been different. I've been using a Makeup Forever one, I've been using the stick, I've been using the liquid, but this particular combo has been kind of like love at first sight. I kind of just was playing around, trying stuff out, tried this and was like, oh my god, this is flawless. This is what I always want my foundation to look like. So the first element of this cocktail is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in NC15. NC15 is usually, it's a little lighter. Usually I'm between NC15 and NC20 with MAC. This particular one doesn't seem too light for me though right now, so it works out. And so what I'll do is I'll just put some on the back of my hand, like that much. The other element is from Cover FX, and this is the Custom Coverage Drops, and the color that I wear is N20. I love the concept of this because the idea is you can add it to like a moisturizer to have a tinted moisturizer, you can add it to a foundation to get more coverage. They're just kind of cool. So what I do is I get some in the dropper and I put it, ooh, that's generally more than I use. Usually don't put that much, but we'll work with it. So this color, the Custom Coverage Drops, are a little bit darker than the MAC color. But regardless, this combo really is nice. So then the last part of this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I got this in the mail maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm reading how to use it, you know, and it says you can mix it with your foundation, and I did it as like a trial, and it was kind of like, what have I been doing with my life? So when I take this, I take it and one single drop. I don't even press down on the little dropper thing. I just let it drop on its own. I only want one drop, so don't even mess with it. And then on the back of my hand, I just mix everything together. Mixa, mixa, mixa. Pick it up and then just dot it all over. The brush that I like to use to blend this out is from Artis. It's the Oval 8. So first of all, just waste not, what not. I'm gonna go right over my hand and pick up all the extra on there. And then I'm just going to blend this out. This brush looks weird. It kind of reminds me of those like old school hairbrushes, but I really, really like it for blending out my foundation. I'll go over my eyelids just to make sure that everything looks consistent, no discoloration. There's a crying child in the other room if you can hear her. She's with her dad. I'm not ignoring her, I promise. But she sounds really upset. Also bring it down a little bit onto the neck, just whatever is left on the brush. And once it's pretty blended, the last thing I'll do for this step is take a damp beauty blender and just go over everything. And this is just kind of what I found is seals the deal. Everything looks super, super nice. For underneath my eyes, this has been, I've talked about this before, but I love it. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Coverage Concealer. Invisible Cover Concealer. The shade that I use is Y23, and this is what has just worked so perfectly at covering any under eye circle problems or really anything on my face. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit on my finger, kind of apply it right underneath where there's discoloration. It is slightly lighter than my foundation and my skin tone, so it's okay if it kind of goes out of that discoloration area. And then this I just blend straight with my Beauty Blender. Now I don't always set all of my face because a lot of the times it doesn't need to be for me personally, or not a lot, but I do like to set underneath my eyes because it tends to it has the tendency to kind of like fall into fine lines. So what I'll do is I'll take that damp Beauty Blender and my Laura Mercier translucent powder, pick it up and pop it right under there while kind of tilting my head down like this, just to make sure that it gets all up in there. Sorry, I was like kind of looking at the camera there. I don't know if that looked like really creepy. It probably did. Cool. So then if I do want to set my foundation, I'll just take some in the lid here, and I'll take a fluffy brush that is kind of a larger brush. This isn't the largest brush I have, but it's the one that's right here. It's the NYX 02. Tap this, get it in there, tap the extra away. I just want it in there without covering, and then just really lightly go over everything. And that's about it. That's what I've been doing as far as my straight up foundation routine goes. Then of course, like I'm looking at myself in the camera here and it's like pale as hell. Then of course, you know, adding bronzer, adding highlight, adding blush, doing my brows, putting something on my alien eyes, you know. But I did just want to show you guys a straight foundation routine video. I hope this was helpful to some of you, and I will talk to you soon.